Hey ratbags, it's Jade. Welcome to a bit of a weird video today, actually giving you a warning about what I think is Grounded's most toxic player and YouTuber. So I get a lot of comments and I noticed one that popped up on one of my shorts talking about the holiday update, and this guy called OK literally bragging about how he goes to grounded worlds and destroys their bases, recycles stuff, destroys their structures, and basically tries to upset kids, grown adults and more, all for the name of entertainment. So I feel like this is a pretty big deal. I'm giving him what he wants. This cretin, this absolute imbecile wants some sort of attention, and he's getting that attention now. But I still think it's worth it, even though I'm doing that, because I want to spread the message that you can do something about it. One, you can stop him from joining your world, so I'm going to show you his gamer tag so you completely avoid him. And two, if you've been affected by him, you can go ahead and report him in a variety of different ways. We might even be able to get his YouTube channel terminated, and we might even be able to get him kicked off Xbox Live. Seems harsh? Well, let me guide you through some of the crap he's been doing and how upsetting it could be for potentially kids and, like I said, grown people as well. It's just not nice having someone. I expect some growing games to get grief, but not all games, and certainly not a game that's marketed at young teenagers. So come with me as we try and expose Grounded's most toxic player and do something about it. So this is the comment a few days ago, and he's now posted this the second time on another of my shorts. So he's clearly doing this for attention, maybe doing it on lots of other YouTubers' shorts or videos, and he's copy and pasting exactly the same stuff. I literally destroy people's bases in Grounded. I've done it 30 plus times and I will never stop. I've even uploaded some footage of raging gamers, truly the most oppressed people. Every single time I loot the chests and recycle everything in sight, they have no idea most of the time. Now, I've got a bit of a reputation on my other channel for being pretty outspoken about stuff. Usually I can criticise big companies or smaller survival games sometimes if I feel they're doing stuff wrong, particularly if they're treating players badly or if a game's done something pretty horrendous. Likewise, you might have seen on this channel, I've had a bit of a spat with other tubers before when I felt like they've been unfair or they've maybe been clickbaiting just for the hell of it. But this stuff really grinds my gears. If I could stop anything, it'd be people treating other people like absolute dog poo. So I did reply, and it's going to be some strong wording but coded here. You, sir, are a twant and dumb as frick, considering people have backups, which is true. Anything he's doing in any worlds, there are loads of ways that you can restore that. You can just simply reload your save from maybe 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, or if you've got a shared world, you should be able to load that one back up. But don't forget that a lot of kids might be playing Grounded, and they might not be as savvy or realise that you can load it up, or maybe this guy's been in that world so long that players would feel like really hard done by if they have to reload hours and hours of work. He did also reply, but that's been hidden, I think, because he swore in it. So I've called him a nasty piece of work. I've also said he's got no balls, sitting behind his keyboard, being a twat. He wouldn't say boo to a goose if standing in front of me. What a weirdo, more or less. And he said, no, that's me right now. I'm busy destroying people's bases. So here's his YouTube channel. Now, I've got to be careful, because if I go around playing any of these videos, even if it's under fair use, it could open up another can of worms. But what I can do is still show off the channel to warn, and I'm going to directly report his channel as well. Problem is though, on YouTube, it does have to come a lot of the time to actually be noticed from people actually involved. Now he's got people's voice recordings in all of these shorts. He's got their gamer tags on show in a lot of them. They're very short, they're very quick, but basically they show kids in distress. So at the very least, I might be able to hopefully report him for having children in his videos without their permission, which is a pretty big deal. Is that over the top reaction, do you think, for getting rid of a griefer? I don't think so. Especially imagine if it was your kids, your younger brothers, your sisters. Imagine some grown-ass, arsehole kind of guy sitting there just wanting to use your children's worlds, your children's voices to make content out of in a really mean, derogatory way. As I said, sadly though, on YouTube, a lot of this does have to come from people that are actually in the videos. So I can report him for including a minor, which I'm about to do. But for people that are actually included, you may have to actually scan through some of these, giving this guy views. But if you know this has happened to you, and I'm going to show his gamer tags off now and his Xbox profile, then you can go ahead, simply just click on one video and report either one, whatever it is, and say that you've been included in some of these shorts. Now you might think it's not worth it. This guy's just a piece of crap. He's only getting 100 views. But actually some of his videos have now started to gain traction. 675, 875. I do believe there is one video with at least 1,000 views. This kind of stuff is not okay, by the way. If anyone's thinking it's fair game, I agree that griefing's okay in certain games. If you're playing like DayZ or Rust, something PvP based, getting door camped or having someone build stupid stuff close to you, insiding you, taking all your gear, that's all part of playing some of them games. But Grounded isn't like that. Grounded's a family, supposedly friendly game. But this is his name, team_killer_NZ. So if you see him in any kind of Discords, pay attention, as I'm pretty sure this is where he might be surfing or looking for players to join. And obviously on Xbox, but that's not his Xbox name. So he's got 3 profiles on Xbox. The first profile here, it's called Yeah Boy TKR. And then the second one's TKR1, TKR2. If you scroll down some of his alt accounts, you will find that Grounded is there. He hasn't actually played it with any of them. So maybe they're old accounts, but it looks like they're alts in case he does get banned. Now this is where Xbox players, particularly again, the ones that have been affected, need to do something about it and report it. I can go ahead and click report, but it only gives me a limited bunch of options here on the Xbox app. But in the Xbox store, on the actual Xbox Live on your Xbox, it should give you some more options. So right now I can only report him for his name, his picture, his voice communication, or his bio or location. So I do highly advise that you do the same thing. You can go ahead and find this guy, report him for actually malicious communication, I think it is. There's a few things that he's actually broken with his content that he's been putting up. Respecting the privacy of others, sharing gamer tags and stuff, and voice recordings without asking their permission is actually against Xbox terms and conditions. There are some blanket rules that escape this or games, usually big multiplayer games like Call of Duty, etc. You sign an ELU document normally, but there are instances where players can still ask you to take stuff down, especially on YouTube. Also, harmful behaviour is a big one. You can pretty much get him also done, I'm sure, for harassment. Basically, the difference between trash talk. I'm sure he must be saying stuff to these guys once he's actually done stuff, and some of his shorts may contain that, but I don't want to give him any more oxygen. But you get the idea. Find this piece of crap. I will pop a comment with a pinned link with all of his details in this video. Go ahead and report him on your Xbox, especially if you have been affected by this. At worst, I kind of hope we can get him stopped from playing Grounded, and at best, hopefully get all of his accounts terminated. Wouldn't that be the best thing ever, seeing some salty tears from a grown man as his games library is completely wiped and worth useless, because that's what can happen if you are found to have broken sufficiently enough of the rules, can actually get your accounts taken away. I'm also going to forward this video and more details to the Grounded player enforcement team. I don't know if they'll be able to do something, but I'm kind of hopeful they can. Because this is beyond just light-hearted. Like if you jump on a server playing in a world and you move things around a little bit, or you decide to build something pretty maybe not suitable. I remember the amount of times I used to do Rust videos and people would build big dongs outside my base. That kind of stuff is not great, but that's a different level from really griefing people. As I said, thank God Grounded has got the ability where you can just reload your save. So I hope that anyone affected here has realised that, but it's still not a nice thing. Imagine this happening to you. Imagine this happening to all your bases and stuff. Imagine you're quite a younger person. It could be pretty upsetting and traumatic. All from playing a cozy game that you thought was safe and that kind of thing. These are the problems and issues, and maybe a good reason why Grounded doesn't have actual full-blown servers, because you would get a lot of dickheads like this. When it comes to these videos, and I'm going to click on one just to report, you can go down to the dots usually on the video, and then click report here, and then you can click hateful or abusive content. Abusing vulnerable individuals, which can stand for children, or go the full hog and do it under child abuse. Don't think I can do this every time I come across some plonker in the actual YouTube community, and I can't help out every grief that might be on Xbox Live. But this is important to me. The Grounded fans, I try and do as much as I can for you guys, and this kind of crap, it's just not on. It's such a shame this guy apparently might be living in New Zealand, because boy, I would love to be face to face with him. So there you go, people. Be warned. Look out for this dude. If you've been affected by him, you can reach out to me and I'll guide you through some extra steps if you want to report him or you're needing some extra help with that. Stay safe out there. Make sure you've got plenty of backups. You're saving your game regularly, not just letting Grounded do it. And don't tolerate dickheads like this. Always report them. If you've seen some of these shorts, you can go ahead and dislike it and report it as well, because he shouldn't be including kids under the age of 12 without their actual permission. Anything happens, I find out it's been changed, I'll let you guys know, and I can't wait to see if he tries replying. Good luck on that, friend. I'll have you blocked so quickly it's untrue. So there we go. Stay safe. I'll see you ratbags later.